Hey, my mates. Hope you had a good start to the week. All right, so obviously we're in a good place. So we're just going to continue with what we're doing very, very closely. We'll keep an eye on the putting as we go. Last week, obviously, as you said, the greens were very inconsistent, plus you played another golf course. So keep an eye on the putting over the next couple of weeks. But bunker play, just remember to stand a little closer to the ball. Yes, everything's correct in terms of the knees and the wide stance and the open face. Then we just go across it. The first one, you're a bit far and you kind of went a little bit square with the delivery. Okay, so just remember that, little things. And then, as I say, we'll keep an eye on that putting. Right, so where we at? Okay, very, very close. So we've got a little bit of inconsistency happening here. All right, and I do think they are related. Okay, because obviously it's hard to then get fully open in good posture consistently. The setup's looking better. Takeaway backswing looking fantastic, right on plane. So just a little bit inconsistent here, and then obviously at impact, trying so hard, and then we just tend to stall and just gently stand up, and that's we're just going to push through those two things. Yeah. All right. So nice and easy. Okay. Warm up. All right. We're going to do that impact rehearsal. Okay. So from your setup, and I think concentrate on this move as well. I think sometimes you're almost too centralized, especially with the shorter clubs, right? So focus on normal setup and then into the left side. And you're going to see we can do a little bit of this in our session, in our work this week. Okay, into that left knee. See my head and chest go a little down and forward as well. Then open. Okay, that's my impact position. Okay, feel where your head, your chest, the handle, the club, your eyes, everything are. All right, so a few of those rehearsals. And then we're going to do L to Ls. Okay. But we're going to try and feel that position. So we're going to try and feel a little more on top of the ball, a little bit more open. Yeah, with the L to L. Okay, as you can see, I kind of forced myself a little down and forward there. It still struck it okay, so that's cool. So just do a few of those little slow L to Ls, trying to get L shape into that position and still through to the L shape. So you can do them slowly, right? So it's going to be a nice little sort of functional, repetitive drill warm-up we can do. All right, and video those for me, please. I want to see how those go. All right, and then first drill, all right, just right leg, just focusing on that right leg. So we're just going to switch. So for like 3 reps, I want you to think about the knee flex, so not letting the leg straighten. So keep that right knee flexed throughout the swing. So you're going to do 3 reps like that. Okay, just think about the knee flex. All right. And then 3 reps where we think about the right hip. So not letting the right hip go, rotate too much on the backswing. So just get as little right hip rotation that way on the backswing as possible. Okay, a little bit of right hip rotation. Okay, so let's do 3 of each, and you can change clubs, do another 3, whatever the case may be. All right? And then second drill, okay, we're going to try and learn here. I mean, we're trying to learn to sort of flight it down a little bit, but we're going to try and learn to get more on top of the golf ball. Okay, so we're going to do this sort of punch and knockdown routine. All right, so your punch shot now, you don't punch much at Trump. Okay, there's no trees to punch out of, right? So, you know, this shot in Joburg, the Parkland courses, like everybody knows how to punch. Okay, so you just don't, not a shot that you, so not a position you're comfortable with, right? So we punch with sort of 6-5 4-iron, something like that, depending on distance and speed. Okay, but we get that ball almost on the right heel. Okay, weight forward, hands still forward. So chest way ahead of the ball. Okay, we still swing and stuff, but we kind of hit a little down on it. Okay, kind of hit a little aggressively down on it. That's your punch. Okay, so I want you to hit a few punch shots. And what we're trying to do is learn to get there instead of there. Okay, so we hit a few bad ones, whatever, don't worry about. Okay, and punches are done at anything from 50 to 70, 75% speed. We don't punch at 100%, 90% speed. Okay, because that'll create, speed will create spin, spin creates height. So we're trying to swing sort of slower and hit the ball as low as possible, get that thing rolling. Okay, so that's your punch. And then your knockdown is quite similar, except you knock down your sort of pitching wedge 9, 8. Okay, very similar, maybe even 7. All right, so kind of middle, just back of middle, so not as far back as the punch. Okay, and then a fuller, faster swing, but a very similar feel. Okay, so more central now with the ball position, bigger, longer swing, but same feel of the chest, kind of almost smothering the ball and then holding it off. All right, let's do a few of those. See what happens to, we don't do too many and then the sequence and the string playing gets a little bit upright. But let's see what it does to your body, chest position, club position. And then see if we're in a good position. Do we need to just maybe add a touch of hip? Rather than we've been trying to add hip and then do this part later. Okay, we're going to do it the other way around this week. Okay, nice, easy, simple, deliberate stuff. That's where you've been for the last couple of months, so really good. And then, as I said, we'll keep an eye on that putting. And then we'll chat during the week, send me videos, and we'll keep pressing. Okay, have a good one, my mate. Thank you.